I think there are a lot of perceived barriers for students that for some may be a reality and for others might be something they just haven't thought about. A lot of students think it's expensive to study abroad, but as a Maryland student, especially our out-of-state students, it can actually be less expensive to study abroad than to study here for a semester. There are a lot of programs that are actually not too much more than in-state tuition, and students can use all of their financial aid for a lot of study abroad programs. So a lot of students don't realize that. A lot of students think, okay, how do I fit this into my four-year plan? We are really encouraging academic advisors on campus to have that conversation early with students to say, here are the different places. If you arrange your schedule in this way, you can save some of your cores, your electives to be able to fit in a study abroad experience. A student who's considering study abroad has lots of ways to find out about programs here at Maryland. One is through our website. We have a new program search. It's a good place to start if you're up late on a weekend and looking for a study abroad option. Starting there is a good place. You can explore programs. There's a few different ways to search. You can search by term, you can search by program location, you can search by discipline. And once you kind of have a list, we encourage you to come in. We have a big team of peer mentors who are students who have studied abroad who work in our office and are able to walk students through some of the choices. A lot of times it seems like there's too much to choose from. So it's really great to be able to speak to a peer mentor, someone who has studied abroad, and say, this is what I was looking for in a program. Ask yourself all those questions about what am I looking for in a study abroad program, which are some of the same questions you might have asked yourself when you were looking at colleges. So when you're looking at this next step, that's a good place to start, and peers are here to help you through that. Once a student has really identified a program, it depends on the type of program. If it's a Maryland In program, the application's all online now, and it's pretty easy to navigate. We've been hearing from students. If they are looking at a program administered by someone else through like a program provider or a different organization that we work with or that we approve, they can get the information on how to apply online, and they apply directly to that program. In some cases, they might need to apply for a student visa for that particular country. There's course pre-approval paperwork they'll have to do for Maryland, and they might have to do some other steps to make sure that they get registered for classes on site. They need to be flexible in their course options because sometimes courses aren't available and you don't always know till you get there. They need to find out about where they're going to be living, what are their housing options when they're on site, what are the costs going to be. It's really important to be sure that students look at what the costs are, talk to whoever's financially responsible for them about those costs early enough in the process so that you don't have any surprises later on. We hold pre-departure orientations for all students who are planning to go abroad, and those range from 1 meeting to 3 meetings depending on the type of program that a student's going to be choosing. Once they're on site, the types of programs really vary. So there might be a program like Maryland in London where you have on-site resident director and staff assistant on site to kind of help you navigate the academics, the housing, life in London, etc. And then on the other side of the spectrum would be a program like a direct enroll or an exchange program where you might be the only Maryland student at that university for that semester, and you're pretty much on your own working with the international office and learning how to register for classes and everything. Okay, make sense of the experience. How do I talk about the experience beyond saying it was awesome and amazing? How can you really articulate that to employers in a way that's going to show how you're a good candidate to work with their organization? So we hold a couple of events for our students on incorporating study abroad into your resume, building that 30-second commercial.